Japan looks high-tech. Bullet trains, vending machines, robot cafes, convenience stores everywhere. So many travelers naturally think, I can just use my credit card, right?
And then they arrive at a small restaurant, finish a great meal, take out their card, and the staff gently says, no.
Not because they are being rude, not because tourists are unwelcome, but because Japan is not fully cashless.
Here is the twist. Japan is not cash only anymore either. If you bring only cash, you may also make your trip harder than it needs to be.
So today we will explain the safest way to pay in Japan: credit card, IC card, and cash.
And by the end of this video, you will know when to use each one, what to ask before paying, and how to avoid that awkward moment at the register.
This is not about fear. It is about traveling with confidence.
And yes, your future self at the checkout counter will thank you.
Let's start with the basic rule. In Japan, the best payment method is not cash. It is not credit cards either. The best method is knowing when to use each one.
That sounds simple, but it is actually the key. Many visitors come with one strong assumption. Some people think Japan is modern, so everything must accept cards. Other people hear old travel advice and think, Japan is a cash-only country.
Both ideas are incomplete. In major cities, credit cards are widely accepted at hotels, department stores, large shopping centers, chain restaurants, and many taxis. Convenience stores usually accept many payment methods too.
So please do not imagine Japan as a place where you must carry a huge envelope of cash everywhere. That would be stressful.
But at the same time, there are still situations where your card may not be enough. Small family-run restaurants, local shops, temple or shrine areas, small admission fees, some local buses, coin lockers, and some transportation situations may still require cash.
And this is where travelers get surprised. Because the problem usually happens at the worst time, not when you are calmly planning in your hotel room. It happens when people are waiting behind you, the staff is looking at you, and you're trying to understand a payment system in another language.
That is why we recommend a 3-item setup: 1 or 2 credit cards, an IC card such as Suica, Pasmo or Icoca, and a reasonable amount of cash.
Think of it like this. Your credit card is powerful, your IC card is convenient, and cash is your safety net.
Exactly. Cash is not always your main plan, but in Japan, it is still a very useful backup.
And a backup is not old-fashioned. A backup is smart.
Now, let's make this practical. Where should you use each payment method?
First, hotels.
For hotels, credit cards are usually the easiest option. They are useful for reservations, deposits, and larger payments. But if you stay at a small inn, guest house, or local accommodation, check the payment method in advance.
Next, convenience stores. These are your best friend in Japan.
Convenience stores usually accept credit cards, IC cards, and cash. They are also useful when you need to break a large bill, buy a drink, or use an ATM.
But please be gentle with that break a large bill idea. Do not buy one tiny candy with a 10,000 yen note every morning just to make change.
Good point. It is allowed, but being considerate is always better.
Next, trains and buses.
For everyday local travel, IC cards are extremely useful. You can tap in and tap out at train stations, and many buses accept IC cards too. They also work at many convenience stores, vending machines, and some restaurants.
But here's the small trap. An IC card is not magic. You still need enough balance. And depending on the type of card or phone setup, charging it may not always work the way you expect.
For physical IC cards, cash charging at ticket machines is still common. Mobile versions can be more convenient, but setup depends on your device, card, and app environment. So do not wait until your balance is almost zero in a crowded station.
That is the kind of tiny travel mistake that becomes a huge emotional event. Nobody wants, "My Suica has 12 yen left" as the climax of their Japan trip.
Next, small restaurants and cafes. This is the most important scene for today's topic.
If the place is small, local, old-fashioned, or family-run, prepare cash before you order. Many places accept cards now, but some do not.
The easiest phrase is, "Can I pay by card?"
Or if you want to ask about IC cards, "Do you accept Suica?"
And if you see no card terminal, no payment logos, or only a small cash tray, you can ask, "Is this cash only?"
These phrases are simple, and you do not need perfect pronunciation. Just ask with a calm voice and a friendly expression.
Next, temples, shrines, small museums, street food stalls, and local markets.
Please have coins and 1,000 yen bills. A 10,000 yen note can be inconvenient in small places.
Finally, ATMs. If you need cash, international travelers often use ATMs at convenience stores or Japan Post Bank. But do not assume every ATM will work with your card.
So the practical rule is this. Before leaving a major station or your hotel area, check your cash, check your IC card balance, and know where your next ATM option is.
Small preparation, much smoother travel.
Now, let's talk about the why. Because when a card is not accepted, it is easy to feel frustrated.
Yes, but it is important not to read the situation as personal rejection. A small restaurant saying cash only does not mean they dislike tourists. Often, it is simply how that business operates.
Some shops are very small, some are family-run, some have been using the same payment style for years, and for small businesses, card systems can involve fees, equipment, maintenance, and extra procedures.
Also, Japan's payment culture developed around reliability and exact handling. Cash has long been trusted, familiar, and easy to understand for both shop staff and customers.
That does not mean Japan never changes. It is changing. You will see more touch payments, QR payments, IC cards, and card terminals than before.
But change does not happen everywhere at the same speed. A large hotel in Tokyo, a ramen shop in a small alley, a temple admission counter, and a local bus in the countryside are not the same payment environment.
That is such an important point. Travelers sometimes ask, why is Japan like this? But maybe the better question is, what kind of place am I in right now?
Exactly. If you are in a major chain store, card or IC payment may be easy. If you are in a small local place, cash may be safer. If you are moving around the city, an IC card may be the smoothest.
And when you understand that, you do not need to feel embarrassed or angry. You can simply adjust.
There is also a respect point here. Asking before you order helps both sides. You avoid surprise, and the staff avoids a difficult conversation at the end of the meal.
It is a small action, but it shows consideration. And in Japan, small consideration often makes things feel much smoother.
So the deeper message is not Japan is inconvenient. The message is Japan has different payment layers. Learn the layers, and your trip becomes easier.
Credit card, IC card, cash. 3 tools, 3 roles, 1 calmer traveler.
Let's summarize. Japan is not fully cashless, but it is not cash only either.
So do not rely on only one payment method.
Use credit cards for hotels, major stores, chain restaurants, and larger payments.
Use IC cards for trains, buses, convenience stores, vending machines, and quick everyday payments.
And carry some cash for small restaurants, local shops, temples, shrines, rural areas, small fees, and emergencies.
Also remember the 3 simple phrases.
Can I pay by card?
Do you accept Suica?
Is this cash only?
You do not need perfect Japanese. You do not need to know every payment brand. You just need a small plan before you reach the register.
The goal is simple. Less stress for you, smoother communication for the staff, and a more comfortable stay in Japan.
Have you ever had trouble paying in Japan? Or are you planning your first trip and wondering how much cash to bring?
Tell us in the comments.
And if this video helped you, please subscribe to Smooth Stay Japan 101.
We help you understand Japan's everyday rules, manners, and cultural background with respect, clarity, and zero judgment.
See you in the next video.
And until then,
Keep your card ready
your IC card charged.
and a little cash in your wallet.